Should I forgive my dad for this? In 2015, I was 12, and my mom got sick, to the point where she couldn't work. She had home health nurses, feeding tubes, and regular month-long hospital stays. During this time, I looked forward to spending time with my dad. A week long of caring for my mom and a weekend for fun. I was excited for his weekends. However, around Christmas, I found a notebook that had pages and pages of statements in which my dad and his now wife thought my mom was an unfit parent. I thought to myself, unfit? She's sick and fragile and needs someone, so I stayed that weekend in my room and cried. I didn't eat, just slept and cried. When I made it back to my mom's, I told her I no longer wanted to go, and she allowed me until 2 months. Later, in the second week of the second semester, my dad came and picked me up from school and explained that I live with him now. Those first 2 months were the hardest because he didn't let me see my mom, took my phone when I wanted to talk to her, and removed my door from the wall. All in that time, he only comes back from work on the weekends, and I'm walking, driving to grocery stores and my brother's school, and cooking dinner every night with a secret credit card I had to hide from his wife. When she came in early from work and found my card before I got out of school, my dad came home and destroyed every piece of furniture in my room and choked me. I was 13. All I could do was cry and call my mom. She told CPS, and he did it again. I hated my life. That summer, I seen my mom for the first time in months and hated to go back. We bonded and enjoyed our time until he called the police and made us go home. But this time it was a new home. His wife was gone, and it was just me in my first week of high school. He broke down to me my rules. I get one extracurricular. I have to wash his uniform daily. I need to make his lunch. I should pick my brother up from school and go with him to each football practice. I cook dinner every night and him to be asleep by 9 o'clock. Fair enough. I roll with the punches. First semester goes by fine. I make lots of friends with the new identity and persona I created, and I'm excelling in choir and straight as in my classes. Second semester, however, my dad starts a new job where he's making less. So now my grocery budget decreased and I'm kind of stressed. He's constantly agitated and my extracurricular has to get dropped. I understand, so I keep it to myself and stay in my room more and bond with my friends more. About my friends and I started talking about summer plans. I was trying to act excited, like maybe things would be different this year. But in the back of my mind, I already knew I probably wouldn't have a summer. A few days later, my dad came home mad again. This time it was about the grades, not mine, my brother's. He was grounded, but somehow I was punished too. No phone, no sleepovers, no hanging out, just school, cook, sleep, repeat. I wanted to talk to my mom about it, but he had already taken my phone again. So I went back to doing what I always did, keep my head down and survive. That summer, I saw my mom maybe twice, and only because she showed up at the grocery store when she knew I'd be there. We had to pretend like it was a coincidence. I kept going. 3 more years of that. 3 years of roles, walking on eggshells, and pretending to be okay. I graduated top of my class, got a full ride to college, and I moved out the day after graduation. Now I'm 22. I haven't seen my dad in 2 years. He sends texts every now and then saying he did his best and that I should let go of the past. And part of me wants to, but every time I try, I remember 13-year-old me crying alone in a room with no door. So, should I forgive my dad for this?